TOS TV Network mobile app is now available. You can now catch up on our breaking news, stream our programs live, watch out for the latest update on sports and politics as they unfold. You can also get notifications for our upcoming programs and events. All these on our TOS TV Network mobile app, available on Apple Store and Google Play Store. TOS TV News from Africa by Africans.
Being a journalist means in-depth analysis that unravels hidden truths, that question the status quo and fact-checks government.
These criminal elements hiding under the cloak of surveillance contractors are the APC elements.
Do you have facts to prove that? Being a journalist means waking up every day with a burning desire for peace, equity, and justice for all citizens.
We're being told that the choice you have is to take the lesser of two evils.
It means patriotism via the prism of objectivity and accountability. It means giving my platform to the masses to discuss issues that matter to them.
Some of them, if they bring budget and the budget they look, some they sleep, they're going to ask how much you are on. I have it.
Thereby shaping government policies and laws. My name is Osasu, and I am the People's Journalist.
What a joyful noise! Sounds like something we've been waiting for. It's a good feeling. Hooray! The Nigerian skies have reopened for business. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, welcomes you back on board. As we fly again, feel confident. NCAA is working closely with airlines, airport operators, relevant health authorities, and all stakeholders to make air transport services safe and customer-focused. But we urge you to please take responsibility. Let's keep coronavirus at bay. Whether you're a passenger, service user, or service provider, wear a face mask. Maintain social distance. Observe all COVID-19 guidelines on ground and on board. NCAA says it's safe to fly again, so we're good to go. Remember, at Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, we always have your back. Fly safe, stay safe. NCAA, ensuring safety and efficiency in air transport and navigation.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Osasu Show. Today we'll be speaking to the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Guinea and presidential aspirant in the October 2020 race. Monsieur Cellou Diallo is the leader of the main opposition party, UFDG, and he'll be speaking to us about why this unconstitutional amendment will have a ripple effect on the people of Guinea. Don't go anywhere. It promises to be a very informative episode. Monsieur Cellou Dalein, former Prime Minister of the Republic of Guinea, welcome to today's program.
Bonjour, madame. Comment allez-vous?
Ça va bien, merci. Welcome to the program, sir. So first of all, can you walk me through the crisis that has bedeviled the Republic of Guinea in the past year? What is this political crisis and how can it be resolved?
Thank you. Je voudrais d'abord vous dire que cette crise qui sévit en Guinée et qui a fait déjà plus de 100 morts, des jeunes tués par balle.
The crisis, which has left almost 100 people dead, arose from President Alpha Conde's ambition to remain in power at the end of his second term, which should be his last tenure in office, as the Constitution prohibits. The 2010 Constitution provides that no one may serve more than 2 consecutive presidential terms. and the office of the President of the Republic may not be subjected to revision, as well as the other principal sections. It is on the basis of the Constitution that Alpha Condé was elected in 2010 and re-elected in 2015. It is based on this that he swore oath, pledging to respect the Constitution and its provision. Moreover, the Constitution does not include any provision allowing continuity. Therefore, Alpha Condé has no legal standing to run for a third term in 2020. Due to his desire to remain in power beyond his tenure expiration, he decided to change the Constitution 8 months before the end of his last tenure in office. In his understanding, such power will free him from his previous oath to serve just 2 terms and will allow him to run for a third term at the age of 83. This is what we call a constitutional coup. Due to the sinister desire of the president, civil society organizations, trade unions, and opposition political parties have come together to say enough is enough and are campaigning against this undemocratic act under the aegis of the National Front for the Defense of the Constitution. This process has been widely bought in by Guineans. Besides, the arrest and killing of 100 of our supporters by Alpha Condé's defense and security forces were not deterred to continue the process and demand that the rule of law must be abided by. The departure of Alpha Condé will gladden the hearts of young people who make up the majority of those who have been killed and buried in the forest at night for speaking out against tyranny.
Monsieur Cellou Diallo, so what then are your expectations of the international community, the European Union, the United Kingdom, the United States? What do you expect the international community to do about this?
Écoutez, les partenaires techniques et financiers que vous avez cités ont toujours pris une part non négligeable, une part importante.
The establishment of rule of law and democracy in Guinea. They asked Mr. Condé to give top priority to dialogue to resolve this issue, but he has failed to do so, as he is very determined to achieve what he wants to achieve. It is important to mention that the international community has asked Mr. Condé to stop the massacre of his own people. The international community, including the EU, US, Germany, the United Kingdom, and the United Nations, they have all declared there is a lack of transparency in the ballot system, and they have questioned the credibility of our most recent elections held on the 26th of March, citing the lack of inclusiveness, the lack of an agreed electoral register, and the illegal conditions in which the ballot was organized. It is our desire, therefore, that the international community will maintain its position to not recognize the parliamentary election that held on the 26th of March, and will continue to work for the return of the rule of law and democracy and help to organize transparent presidential and legislative elections in the Republic of Guinea.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Diallo. But what is the role of Ecowas, the Economic Community of West African States, in all of this? We saw the decisive action they took in Mali. How come the same hasn't been implemented in the Republic of Guinea?
Très bien. Écoutez, d'abord, il faut reconnaître que la CEDEAO avait pris de bonnes initiatives par rapport à la Guinée, parce qu'à un moment donné...
It should be noted that Ecowas has taken important steps in the Guinean political crisis. Guinea has recorded high-level interventions from presidents like Buhari, Nana Akufo-Addo, and many others within the Ecowas regions. The attempt have been to sway the position of Alpha Condé, but the president has discouraged this intervention by pretending that there is no crisis in Guinea, despite the increasing number of deaths recording and the killings of more than 100 protesters earlier this year. After the massacre, the ECOWAS Commission acknowledged the need to organize elections on the 28th of March. Unfortunately, these elections were not transparent and credible. Therefore, ECOWAS further recommended a call for dialogue in which political oppositions took part in on July 4 in order to get President Alpha Conde to organize an inclusive elections on the basis of a consensual electoral register. Nonetheless, let me draw attention to the fact that the reaction of Ecowas to the Guinean crisis falls short of what is needed. It is important to state this because other member states are eagerly anticipating Ecowas as a commission to take the lead in the resolution of the Guinea crisis. Without resolving the conflict arising from the change of constitution and illegitimate parliamentary elections, Ecowas will be aiding and abetting Alpha Conde for a successful third-term race. Ecowas must insist on a delegation to hold dialogues with all interested parties, and at the end of which we hope to be able to identify the actions needed to be carried out to organize credible and inclusive elections by the National Independent Electoral Commission. We expect Ecowas, in collaboration with Guinea and other partners with vast experiences in electoral matters such as EU and other international organizations, to organize a dialogue that will identify the action to be taken in order to organize fair and credible presidential and legislative elections in Guinea. Furthermore, we were surprised to learn that Ecowas has just provided Alpha Conde with financial assistance, while the issues relating to the elections of the 28th of March 2020 is still being discussed. The modalities for keeping up the electoral register have not been resolved either. We believe that such assistance should be considered only after the dialogue has been concluded and after consensus has been reached.
If you were to win the presidential elections in October 2020, what would you do differently?
Écoutez, il faut d'abord peut-être rappeler que la Guinée est un pays de paradoxe. Vous avez un pays immensement riche, avec des potentialités.
I met the government under pathetic conditions during my experience as the former general manager of the central bank. My legacy is well recognized and established since my departure. Upon assumption of my position, I encountered a resistance due to my fight against corruption. I put an end to undue monopoly granted to certain authorities. This rubbed a lot of elites the wrong way, but I am proud of my legacy in fighting corruption, and Guineans have not failed to appreciate me for saving the Guinean economy from bleeding and total collapse. Listen, we should recall that Guinea is a country of paradox. We have 56% of population of women. Guinea has good potential. We have agricultural produce and a lot of land, but the country still remains in poverty. This can be explained by poor governance. So first of all, the judiciary should set up an impartial, efficient, and neutral administration free of corruption, capable of delivering quality and professional services and creating and maintaining a business climate that is reassuring for investors and creditors. Of course, it will be important the judiciary is impartial and that it can provide a secure remedy for citizens as well as for investors and companies. The private sector will be encouraged to support the step in building infrastructure and mining. But nothing will be possible without the unity of the nation. There has been so much violence in Guinea. The first objective of my governance will be reconciliation in order to ensure quality of citizens. First, I have just told you the conditions in which I will carry out my duties as president. In the 2010 presidential election, out of 24 parties, I retained more than 44% of the vote. While I was prime minister, I came and I created political reshuffle for the Guinean citizens. At the time, there was a violation of the constitution, no thanks to the government's complicity and connivance with the traditional authorities. My victory was stolen from me in 2010, and in 2015, Alpha Conde never won an election. Today, I can assure you, if the elections are free and transparent, I will win in the first run, because Guineans trust my experience in politics. They trust my commitment to reconciliation and equality, and know that I can guarantee equal opportunity for all the citizens of the country.
You forget to say that when I got into 2010, 44% of the votes, Alpha Conde, the current president, got only 18%. 18%. Yeah. It is important to know that because I didn't get elected president because the fraud, because the transition government decided to give power to Alpha Conde, not me. the support of Sidia Touré, who has a third position, he got 40% to support me for the second round. But the authorities, the transition government decided to delay the second round 4 months after the first one, so that they try to organize fraud to allowing them to give power to Mr. Alpha Conde.
Talk to me about the ideology. Perhaps the translation of the former question was a bit lost, but I asked, what is the ideology of the Union of Democratic Forces of Guinea? What differentiates your party, your political party, in which you are president, in which is the main opposition party in the Republic of Guinea? What differentiates the Union of Democratic Forces of Guinea from the rally of the Guinean People's Party? What is the ideology that makes yours fundamentally different?
Vous savez, d'abord, je pense qu'il y a effectivement une différence fondamentale. Alpha Condé, pendant toute sa jeunesse, il a fait de l'agitation politique.
There's a fundamental difference in approach. Alpha Condé, during his campaign, made promises to the youth and good people of Guinea and never executed them. But I am a leader and a man of my words. The government must work with the private sector, but cannot replace the private sector, which is fundamental. Alpha Condé wants to own all the infrastructure in Guinea, including the port, the railways, and so on. The country doesn't have the means to finance them, so international donors have offered to help, but because of his attitude, Guinea lost the opportunity to get financing to develop these infrastructure. There's therefore a fundamental difference in our approach. There is need to involve the private sector in the construction and management of major infrastructures such as ports, energy, and railways, while the state will invest its resources to education, health, and the fight against poverty.
Finally, as we reel this conversation home now, how confident are you that the October elections, the October presidential elections, will be free and fair? Yes, you have reeled out on this program the need for President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, and several presidents within the Ecowas region to intervene, to have a dialogue with your current incumbent President Alpha Condé on ensuring that these electoral reforms are transparent and implemented in the interest of all citizens of the Republic of Guinea. So how confident are you that this will occur and the human rights of the people of Guinea are respected? Because in January of this year, we saw the violation of the rights of the people when they came out to protest in the streets, and over 100 people were brutally murdered. So, and nothing has been done about it till this very day. So how confident are you that come October, that the will and the mandate of the people will reflect through the presidential ballots?
Écoutez, le changement espéré pour que les élections soient libres, transparentes et équitables, le premier changement, c'est l'implication.
The hope for free and transparent elections should be the aim of the international community, which is accustomed to accompanying Guinea in all elections. In the absence of a strong roadmap by the international community, it's impossible for Alpha Condé to organize free, fair, and credible elections on his own. He would not accept the result of the ballot boxes that would not be in his favor, because for him, what matters is not the voters, but the vote. He directly controls the National Independent Electoral Commission and the Constitution. Even when he appeals to Ecowas, he tends to manipulate the members of the Commission. We call on Nigeria, which has a natural leadership role to play, to become more involved in applying steps to the Ecowas protocol for the entrenchment of democracy and good governance. We call on Nigeria to intervene so the democratic gains from our state is not compromised by certain heads of state who want to stay in power. We also call on the Western countries that usually ensure the preservation of the sanctity of the electoral process in Guinea and the sustainable of democracy to intervene.
Monsieur Cellou Diallo, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, and we wish you the best in the upcoming presidential elections in the Republic of Guinea.
Thank you very much for giving to me the opportunity to speak to my brother and sister of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Dalein. Au revoir. That's it for today's program. Do follow us on social media at The Osasu Show, at TOS TV Network, at Osasu Igbinadian, and at The Osasu Show Foundation on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. To read news on sustainable development and current affairs across Africa, visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com. Don't forget to download our mobile app on Google Play Store and iOS App Store. I'll see you same time, same place next week, and until then, take very good care of yourself.
TOS TV Network mobile app is now available. You can now catch up on our breaking news, stream our programs live, watch out for the latest update on sport and politics as they unfold. You can also get notifications for our upcoming programs and events. All these on our TOS TV Network mobile app, available on Apple Store and Google Play Store. TOS TV News from Africa by Africans.
Being a journalist means in-depth analysis that unravels hidden truths, that question the status quo and fact-checks government.
These criminal elements hiding under the cloak of surveillance contractors are the APC elements.
Do you have facts to prove that? Being a journalist means waking up every day with a burning desire for peace, equity, and justice for all citizens.
We're being told that the choice you have is to take the lesser of two evils.
It means patriotism via the prism of objectivity and accountability. It means giving my platform to the masses to discuss issues that matter to them.
Some of them, if they bring budget, the budget they lose. Some they sleep. They're going to ask how much you are on. I have it.
Thereby shaping government policies and laws. My name is Osasu Igbinadian, and I am the People's Journalist. The novel coronavirus has changed our world as we know it. Global economies have been shut down. Government has had to rethink its policies. Being outdoor has become a luxury. Face-to-face interactions have become hazardous to one's health. But the Osasu Show has remained constant, bringing you information to make sense of it all.
We are also calling for private individuals to come and assist the state.
Every country is responsible for the health of our people.
Tune in every Friday 9 a.m. on AIT to stay informed.
What a joyful noise! Sounds like something we've been waiting for. It's a good feeling. Hooray! The Nigerian skies have reopened for business. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, welcomes you back on board. As we fly again, feel confident. NCAA is working closely with airlines, airport operators, relevant health authorities, and all stakeholders to make air transport services safe and customer-focused. But we urge you to please take responsibility. Let's keep coronavirus at bay. Whether you're a passenger, service user, or service provider, wear a face mask. Maintain social distance. Observe all COVID-19 guidelines on ground and on board. NCAA says it's safe to fly again, so we're good to go. Remember, at Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, we always have your back. Fly safe, stay safe. NCAA, ensuring safety and efficiency in air transport and navigation.